Season 2 looks bigger, messier, and way more magical. What can you tease about how the Russo's world gets shaken up at this time around?
Well, um, there's definitely a lot more ways as to how it could get shaken up. I mean, for one, how we left off in season one with the boys now having magic. So that kind of ties back to the family competition, and we're gonna see how Justin handles that as the new Jerry Russo. There's also going to be a pretty big thing that's going to happen in season two. So keep your eyes peeled for that. What do you think?
Yeah, if season one was the prequel, season two is where it really begins, right? Because season one was about this new family embracing their new magical identity. In season two, the competition begins, the family wizard competition begins, and it builds to this epic climactic two-part season finale where Selena comes back, and we tie back to the original. And there's some jaw-dropping moments. There's some moments you're gonna be like, did they really go there in a kids show? And it's like, yeah, we did.
He's gonna be crazy.
You're still gonna get the big heart, the big laugh that I think you're used to in our sitcom. But we really embrace some serialization that you don't see so often in sitcoms, which I think is appropriate for this sitcom in this day and age. So we tried some stuff that I think you'll appreciate. And we put some Easter eggs in. You're going to learn some new Alex lore if you really look for it. There's a big scene where you're going to be crying, and you're going to see something that really ties into Alex's backstory. I can't give it away here, but I hope you notice it. And if you notice it, you got to let me know.
And that kind of leads me also to my next question.
Yeah.
You mentioned something really big happens in season 2, and we hear there's a mysterious new threat. Can you give us one word, each of you, that describes it without getting yourselves in trouble?
That's a good one. I would say mind-blowing.
Okay.
Yep.
Very exciting. Janice, really finding out that being a Russo isn't exactly simple. And David, Justin's juggling 3 wizard trainees at the same time. So how does that dynamic test your character's relationship this season?
I think if anything, it's really it gives them a moment to grow and to really, even us as actors, I think it's like really nice because we get to explore those different emotions and thoughts that they're feeling and everything. I will say for Billy, it's definitely very challenging. As you know, she's very competitive, so it's definitely going to test her for sure. But I'm really glad that she's not going to be in this thing alone, and she now has the Russos by her side, and she's learning every day from them.
Yeah, and for me as like the dad in the show, I think it's a new way to bond with my new daughter here. And what's interesting is there's remnants from her past that still pop up in the present day that I, as a father figure, have to help her resolve. Like for instance, we do our first Christmas episode, and that was the one that I got to direct, which was a privilege. And in that episode, there's some really beautiful themes about feeling like about protecting yourself and almost trying to create some sort of excuse for not getting love. And these are remnants from her past. And I try to reinforce that our love is unconditional, that our love is there, that our love will be there. And it's a really beautiful arc, and it's so appropriate to do it over the Christmas season. So yeah, it's a whole new set of stakes and circumstances, and we have some really nice emotional arcs along the way.
That's great. No, I definitely noticed the themes. I love the lessons that you learn through this show, and it's so funny and entertaining at the same time. And what's really exciting about this season is that the guest star lineups is stacked, including Selena Gomez, who you mentioned, and many more, like Harvey Guillen. So what was your favorite day? Yes, totally. Bria, what was your favorite day on set when one of those familiar or new faces showed up?
My goodness, there are so many.
You knew who Freya was, right?
Okay, I knew who
Like,
she
have
was.
you seen the?
Yeah, like I saw her like up front. I think I saw her at D23 last year. So we kind of had already talked, and we do like promo all together, and so we had already talked. So it was very fun to see her. I think I definitely got to bond with her a little bit more. She's so funny, literally
Super talented.
the sweetest person ever, the sweetest person ever.
Never did a sitcom.
Never did. I was shocked, and then she literally, I think it was the first run through when she said she never did a sitcom, and I was like,
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Some kids just have that like natural ability, and she just crushed it. She crushed it. Yeah. For not doing a sitcom, she came in and hung with all of us who've been doing it for a long time. And she was great. And of course, Selena.
Yes, of course. Miss Selena, she's like an aunt. We love her.
Her performance, she gave her like Emmy best performance. Like she has to be very emotional at times. And it reminded me of our past because I remember we did the Wizards movie together. We shot it in Puerto Rico, and there was an end scene in that movie where she realizes my character forgets her and she misses, her brother. And there's this really tear-felt moment where she's talking to me and I don't recognize her, and she has to like cry. And I remember we were shooting that, and she was struggling to get the tears out, and we had to like pause. Her and I had to have like a deep conversation to like get the waterworks going, and she did it eventually. But now, however many years later, present day, we're doing this very emotional scene, and she gets there in a second.
Literally.
In a second. And I pulled her aside and I was like, Selena, do you realize this used to be very hard for you? Do you realize that you just did this like that?
Wow.
Really nice little moment for us because it's just full circle, like how
Yeah.
how her talents have just grown and how she's continued to own it. And then with this one, the two of them were just waterworks like in an instant. It was like, what the heck? You guys are amazing. Like I'm not kidding you. This is like Emmy stuff, what they were doing.